Hey guys, so today we're making kombucha. If you want to learn how, come with us and we'll teach you. Something like that. So what is kombucha? Do you know what kombucha is?
No.
Kombucha is actually a fermented tea drink that is come from the Qin dynasty in 200 AD from China. And it's said to be the tea of immortality. So normally it's by taking a blend of either black teas or green teas and then making them into a sweet tea mixture and then fermenting that in with a culture that's called a SCOBY. Now, a SCOBY is a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. So this will form, and we'll just pop this off here. Now, I just put like a little cotton shirt over this to protect it, but essentially what we did here is we made like a hummingbird syrup out of the tea and sugar, but we put what we're going to put today into a big batch like this into a small jar like this one. So as you can see, it formed quite a good little SCOBY on top there, and that's going to seal away everything and just keep that mixture underneath really nice and tasty. Now, this SCOBY, think of it as the coral reef of the bacterial world. This SCOBY is going to eat all of the caffeines and the sugars from underneath and then turn them into probiotics that are super tasty for you. I mean, I think they're tasty. Now, if you let it go for a little too long, it will turn to like almost like a vinegary. So there's kind of like a sweet spot that you want to hit when you're making it. So like they say, normally about 7 to 10 days is a nice spot, but we've let this go for about 20 days just to try to build that SCOBY up. Like, you're not going to have anything. So eventually you start with just a bottle of GT's kombucha. I've got just the original stuff here. It's unflavored or just raw kombucha. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our sweet tea mixture, and then we're going to add in this kombucha, and then a SCOBY will form on top. Now you can see kind of in the bottle a little bit, there's some floaties. They're tasty, I imagine. No, I'm just kidding. But everything, so first you want to do is prep the station. Now, what we can do is, I like to use just vinegar, and we just take the lid off and need that. And we're just gonna first clean everything out, wash our hands, wash everything out with vinegar. It's super, like, because we're fermenting something, if there's even the little tiniest bit of dirt or anything like that, it will form mold on top. And
it is mold.
It's not mold. You can tell it's not mold because there's no bright colors or anything like that. Now, if you're brewing yours and all of a sudden you're getting like a bright green or blues, reds, not good. It's pretty much what you'd want to be in, like, it's like a fruit roll-up texture, and it's almost like a rubbery, it's going to be pale, and it's not going to look like mold. It's not a fungus. It's a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. So, first things first, let's clear everything out. We're just going to put a little bit in there, and then I'll just shake it up. Now, everything super sanitized. Let's jump over to the kitchen and we'll see how we make our brew. So, when you're brewing your kombucha, you don't need to make the full amount and brew all of your tea in that full amount. We can make 4 cups. We'll make a super sweet tea mixture out of that, and then we'll dump it into this thing and fill the rest up with water, because we don't want to put our SCOBY into something that's super hot like tea unless we have to wait until it cools down, and that'll take like, I don't know, 3 to 4 hours maybe. So what we're going to do is we'll make a smaller batch, and then we'll add it to colder water so we can put our SCOBY in right away. So we're going to take 25 grams of tea, put it into the mixture. I'm just going to strain it out after. So we'll take our little scooper here, and we'll kind of just measure out maybe a scoop of each until we see about 25 grams. And they say that normally You should brew your kombucha tea for like 17 to 15 minutes. I really don't think that's necessary. It doesn't have to be exact. But you should just be able to steep it for that long, right? Just put it into a boil for about 5 minutes like you normally regular tea, and then like make tea, and then just steep it for twice as long. And then you can add your sugar in there, everything will dissolve, and then we can add our SCOBY. So let's come back later then. So a quick tip is these IKEA cups are actually like almost exactly a cup. So we'll just come over here and we'll just fill it up. And they say you should probably use filtered water, but we're not, because again, I don't think it matters. So we'll just take 4 of these cups and make our tea out of it. We got our water boiling. We're gonna add our tea mixture here. We're just gonna throw it right in. I'm just gonna strain it out after. And then so we'll just let that kind of go for about 5-10 minutes and turn it down, not on crazy high. I don't want to burn the tea. With green tea, oftentimes if you let it go for too long, you end up burning it and it'll taste super bitter. So that's why a lot of beginners say to start with black tea only. But what I say is, do what you want. You probably just let it steep for longer and it'll be fine. So we're just going to come back in about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we can add our sugar now too. And so we'll probably add 2 cups. We'll use our handy dandy measuring device again. And like I said earlier, this cup is practically almost exactly 1 cup. And so the recipe we're going to use is about 25 grams of tea to about 2 cups of sugar. And that should all dissolve in the tea, and we'll make our sweet tea mixture, and then we'll add our SCOBY to it after. So we can stir that up.
Joe, can I stir it?
You want to stir it up?
Yeah.
Here, I'll hold the camera for you.
Yeah, sure. Be careful, you don't want to burn yourself.
Like last time when I was cooking the bacon, right?
Yeah, you definitely don't want to cook bacon without a shirt on.
Lesson learned, right, bud?
Lesson learned, yeah. Alright, so let's get back when we're ready to go add their SCOBY.
Sounds good.
And one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slaves, will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood? I have a dream. One day.
Chris came right across the speakers.
Recording a time lapse of the boil. So we've got our tea mixture here. We filled it up with water. We've added our kombucha, and all we've got is this like t-shirt material. We're just gonna set that over top, and then I don't have an elastic band that goes all the way around it, so we're just gonna use this pipe cleaner here and just kind of like, you know, twist it into place. So with this, you just want to store this in a warm, dark area. It doesn't have to be, you just wanted the temperature to be like pretty average and not changing, fluctuating often. You'll notice it'll take a little bit longer time to brew if it's not completely like 75 degrees, like 20 degrees Celsius. You really want to just keep it in place and don't touch it. The first time you're going to make this, you're just developing the SCOBY. You're probably not going to want to drink the kombucha that's underneath. It might take you a little more time to develop that SCOBY on top. So just make sure it's in a stored place, date it, and then you can check back up on it every couple days and see where you're at. And once you feel like you can pick that SCOBY up and transfer it into the next one, then you're ready to start making your real batch of kombucha. So let's come back in 10 days and we'll see how it goes. Is that good?
Yeah.
You think so? That's good.